The St. John's Riverkeeper celebrates 25 years of environmental stewardship with an approach that will appeal to some craft beer lovers. Here to tell us what's on tap is Dryden Mills. She is Community Engagement Specialist with the St. John's Riverkeeper. Good morning, Dryden.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. We're also joined by Ray Whaley. He is co-owner of Second Bay Brewing in Fruit Cove. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning.
Nice to have you both. First of all, I should say congrats on the 25. I know you're relatively new to Riverkeeper, but the organization is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Um, how have things changed over that time for the organization in terms of challenges, accomplishments that it has marked?
Absolutely. So, like you said, Riverkeeper has been around for about 25 years. And throughout that time, we've tried to serve as an independent voice for the St. Johns River. We've been the leading voice on many of the issues facing the river throughout that time, like water withdrawals, algae blooms, currently things like protecting our river grasses. So, things have changed. The river still needs some help. We're trying to keep an eye on that, protect the river for the future and for 25 more years to come. But mostly the issues, they stay the same. We continue to work on them, make a dent on them there. But really just protecting the river has been our main focus.
And this is a fun focus that you all are doing to recognize the organization, also do some fundraising at the same time. But it sort of is trying to emphasize the importance of clean water in, making good beer.
Yes, absolutely. So really the focus of our organization is safe, clean water for everyone in the St. Johns River. And we've been supported by so many local businesses throughout our time, including craft breweries like Second Bay, what Ray's here for. And clean water is important in making beer. So we thought that having this celebration where we're celebrating our 25th anniversary, it would be a really good tie-in to celebrate all these breweries in our area too.
Yeah, and Ray, you are just one of a bunch that are participating, but it's kind of cool. It's all breweries in the watershed of the St. Johns River, and so there's a kind of a big footprint. But what is it that you're planning, and why did you decide to participate?
Well, as a as a Florida native, St. Johns River has always been part of my lifestyle, and so in getting into brewing, a lot of people don't realize that all the breweries utilize the water from the Florida aquifer, of which the St. Johns River helps to recharge. So all the breweries that are part of this watershed are making the beer from the same water source, and we want to make sure that water source is protected and clean for everybody.
Yeah, and so part of what participating breweries are doing is a lot of them are designating a beer to kind of honor that milestone, and then also donate some portion of proceeds from the sale of that beer. So is that kind of what you're planning, and what beer is on tap?
So for our location, we have what's called the Honey Bunny.
Mhm.
That is an infused beer with Tupelo honey from the Panhandle of Florida.
Mhm.
And for that, we are more than happy to showcase that beer for everybody to come by and drink. But we like to stress that for all the breweries that are participating, it's not just maybe a monetary donation. It's maybe volunteering your time, help out with a cleanup, or just get engagement with the community, let other people know about what the St. John's River Keeper is all about.
Yeah, it's an interesting partnership. It does seem like there's always been this kind of good cohesion between Riverkeeper and local breweries. So this one actually involves, people can kind of track their progress.
Yes.
There are, as I said, a whole region of participating breweries. But if you go to them, you can actually, I think there's like either an app or you can kind of
Yeah.
download a passport.
So let me tell you how it works. So we have more than 25 breweries and a couple of other businesses on our passport. If you go to 25taps.com, that's 25taps.com, you can register for the passport either as yourself or as a team. And you'll be able to see all of the participating businesses. It'll have a little blurb about them and how they're supporting us. Like you said, a lot of them are designating a dollar from a specific tap. And you'll be able to either scan a QR code on the wall at the brewery or on the 25 Taps website. You can geolocate yourself there, or you can just take a selfie at the brewery. Um, and that can get verified. So we've tried to make it as easy and seamless as possible. But each time you go to a brewery and you check in, you get points. And as you start to rack up points, you can get prizes. So 3 breweries get you a prize, 5 breweries get you another prize, and so on. The goal is 25, but the campaign does only go from June 1st to July 31st. So you've got 2 months. If anybody's up to the task,
That's a lot.
give it a
You really have
try.
to be on the stick to
Yeah,
get.
but in addition to the prizes, we're also, each time you check into a brewery, you get entered in a drawing that we're doing at our end of campaign celebration at Intuition Ale Works. It's on August 3rd, and we'll be drawing from all of the people who have participated. And the grand prize is your choice of either a 3-hour eco tour or a half-day fishing charter provided really generously from Tannic Water Adventures. So really excited to offer that up.
And we should say, Ray, I mean, your passion for the St. Johns River included a paddle yourself. You did the entire 310 miles of the St. Johns River, and you wrote a book called Journey of a River Walker about it.
That's correct.
Yeah, and so it is close to your heart. Are you going to be going to other breweries, or are you going to stick close to home?
Well, I mean, I kind of like to stay close to home, but I will say that the breweries are taking place in this campaign. They all have great beer, and
Yeah.
I have sampled and had many beers at other breweries. So no matter where you go, you're going to get great beer.
All right. Well, it runs from June 1st to July 31st. Dryden Mills, Ray Whaley, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.